Alright folks, gather round, welcome to the channel. I'm Jimmy, your enthusiastic guide to the wonders of the US of A. Today, we're diving headfirst into the top 10 must-visit tourist attractions in the USA. You know, the iconic spots that make it to your Aunt Carol's fridge magnets, big rocks, grand statues, and even bigger lines for churros. Alright, first up we've got the Grand Canyon. And let me tell you, grand is an understatement. It's like the Earth just decided to show off one day. You stand there on the edge and you realize just how tiny you are. It's humbling. Or maybe it's just the altitude making you lightheaded. I don't know. But seriously, the scale of this thing is mind-boggling. It's like looking at a painting that's way too big for any museum, so they just left it outside in Arizona. And Arizona, well, it's hot, so bring a hat. And water. Lots of water. Don't be the tourist who forgets water. That's a rookie mistake. The views, oh man, the views, they're breathtaking. Literally, sometimes, if you're not used to the thin air or if you just saw the bill for the gift shop. Every angle gives you something new, different colors, different shadows. It changes throughout the day. Sunrise and sunset are apparently the times to go, if you can drag yourself out of bed that early or stay up that late. I'm more of a noon with a sandwich kind of guy myself, but even then, it's pretty spectacular. You'll take about 1,000 pictures and none of them will quite capture it. It's one of those things you just have to see with your own eyeballs. Go see it, it's worth the trip, even if it's just to say you've seen a really big hole. Next on our Star-Spangled Tour, we head to New York Harbor to visit a very famous lady, the Statue of Liberty, or as her friends call her, Libby. Okay, nobody calls her Libby, I made that up. But she's iconic, right? That big green lady holding a torch, welcoming people to America. She's basically the country's bouncer, but way more polite and holding a light instead of a velvet rope. And she's been standing there since 1886, which means she's seen a lot of history, a lot of questionable fashion choices on the ferry, and probably a lot of pigeons. So many pigeons. Her historical importance is huge. She was a gift from France, which is nice. Remember when countries gave each other giant statues instead of passive-aggressive tweets? Good times. She was meant to commemorate the alliance between France and the US during the American Revolution, and over the years, she became this massive symbol of freedom and democracy, especially for the millions of immigrants who sailed past her on their way to Ellis Island, hoping for a new life. Imagine seeing her for the first time after weeks on a boat. That had to be something special. Pack your flannel and bear spray, because we're heading to Yellowstone National Park. It's America's first national park, and it's like another planet. Geysers, hot springs, and bubbling mud pots, nature's show-off. Old Faithful erupts regularly, drawing crowds. And the wildlife: bison, elk, wolves, and bears. Keep a safe distance and store your food properly. Yellowstone spans Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. Mountains, forests, lakes, and outdoor paradise. Alright, from the rugged wilderness to the meticulously crafted fantasy, let's talk about Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. The self-proclaimed happiest place on earth. And for a lot of people it really is. It's a place where fairy tales come to life, where you can meet Mickey Mouse, and where your wallet goes to die a slow, painful death by 1,000 churros. But hey, happiness has a price, right? And that price often involves mouse ears, and a very long wait for Space Mountain. It's an institution, a rite of passage for many families. The sheer scale of Disney World is astounding. It's not just one park, it's 4 main theme parks: Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom. Plus 2 water parks, golf courses, dozens of hotels, and a shopping district. It's basically its own city. A city ruled by a benevolent mouse with a surprisingly high-pitched voice. You need a plan when you go to Disney World. You can't just wander in and expect to see everything. That's like trying to count all the sequins on a parade float. It's not gonna happen. Magic Kingdom is the classic, with Cinderella's Castle, Main Street USA, and all those rides that make you feel like a kid again, or make your actual kids scream with delight, or terror depending on the ride. Next up, we're diving into the belly of the beast, the crossroads of the world, the place that never sleeps, Times Square in New York City. Love it or hate it, you can't deny it's an experience. It's a sensory overload in the best and worst ways possible. Giant billboards flashing ads for everything you can imagine. Costume characters, street performers, tourists from every corner of the globe, and that constant hum of energy. It's a lot. The iconic billboards are massive, bright, and constantly changing. At night, it's lit up like a Christmas tree on caffeine, You can see it from New Jersey. It's the kind of place where you just find yourself staring upwards. Times Square is also the heart of New York's theater district, Broadway. Historic theaters showing world-class musicals and plays. If you're into that sort of thing, it's amazing. Or enjoy the spectacle of people dressed up for a night out. Alright, let's head west to San Francisco, California and talk about a bridge. But not just any bridge, the Golden Gate Bridge. That big, beautiful, orangey-red marvel of engineering. It's probably one of the most photographed bridges in the world, and for good reason. It's stunning, whether it's a clear sunny day and you can see for miles, or it's shrouded in that famous San Francisco fog. It's always impressive. It's like the supermodel of bridges. Always looks good, no matter the lighting. The architectural achievement here is just incredible. When they built this thing back in the 1930s, people said it couldn't be done. The strong currents, the deep water, the persistent fog, the wind, even earthquakes. It was a huge challenge, but they did it anyway. It's a testament to human ingenuity and perseverance. And a lot of rivets. So many rivets, it makes you appreciate the people who designed and built it. Alright, buckle up, because we're heading to the desert oasis of neon lights, questionable decisions, and all-you-can-eat buffets, the Las Vegas Strip. This place is unlike anywhere else on Earth. It's a playground for adults, a monument to excess, and probably the only place where you can see the Eiffel Tower, the canals of Venice, and an Egyptian pyramid all within a few blocks of each other. It's completely over the top, and that's kind of the whole point. Love it or loathe it, it's an experience. The entertainment options are endless. World-class shows, from magic and comedy to Cirque du Soleil extravaganzas that will blow your mind. Concert residencies from some of the biggest names in music. Nightclubs that go until dawn, and of course the casinos. Miles and miles of slot machines, poker tables, roulette wheels. The constant dinging and ringing is the soundtrack of Vegas. You can try your luck or you can just watch other people try theirs. Just remember, the house always wins. Usually. Niagara Falls. It's wet, it's wild, and Canada's right there. Okay, let's cool things down a bit, or rather, get very, very wet. We're off to Niagara Falls, straddling the border between the USA and Canada. This isn't just one waterfall, it's actually 3 horseshoe falls. The big one, mostly in Canada, American Falls, and the smaller Bridal Veil Falls. And together, they are a force of nature. The sheer volume of water thundering over those cliffs is awe-inspiring. It's loud, it's powerful, and it's very, very misty. You will get damp, embrace it. The natural beauty here is undeniable. Even with all the tourist trappings around it, the hotels, the casinos, the souvenir shops selling tiny plastic barrels, the falls themselves are majestic. They've been attracting visitors for centuries, from daredevils who went over in barrels. Don't do that, seriously, it's a terrible idea. To honeymooners looking for a romantic and slightly damp getaway. There's just something primal and captivating about watching that much water drop that far. It's nature's own demolition derby. One of the classic Niagara experiences is the boat ride, like the Maid of the Mist on the American side or Hornblower Niagara Cruises on the Canadian side. Chapter 9. 4 big heads on a Mountain America's rock band. Alright, let's head to the Black Hills of South Dakota for our next stop, Mount Rushmore National Memorial. You know the 1-4 giant presidential faces carved into the side of a granite mountain. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. It's like America's most exclusive, most permanent boy band, or maybe a very serious rock group. The Founding Fathers, coming to a mountain near you. It's definitely a sight to behold, these colossal carvings staring out over the landscape. The historical significance is pretty clear. These 4 presidents were chosen to represent the birth, growth, development, and preservation of the United States. Washington for the birth, Jefferson for the expansion, Louisiana Purchase, hello, Roosevelt for development, Panama Canal, national parks, and Lincoln for preserving the nation during the Civil War. It's a pretty powerful statement carved in stone, meant to last for ages. Or at least until the next ice age, whichever comes first. It's a tribute to American democracy, or at least 4 very important dudes in it. The sheer scale of the carving is mind-boggling. Chapter 10. Hollywood Walk of Fame. Step on your favorite stars, literally. And for our grand finale, we're heading to sunny Southern California, to the land of dreams. Or at least the land of people dreaming of being famous, the Hollywood Walk of Fame. This is where you can literally walk all over your favorite celebrities. Or their names anyway, embedded in pink terrazzo stars along Hollywood Boulevard and Vine Street. There are over 2,700 stars and counting, honoring achievements in film, television, music, radio, and live performance. It's a sidewalk shrine to show business. The history here is pretty interesting. It started in the late 1950s as a way to beautify Hollywood and celebrate its entertainment legacy. The first stars were laid in 1960. Now, getting a star is a big deal. There's a whole nomination process, a committee, and the celebrity has to agree to attend the unveiling ceremony, which usually draws a crowd of fans and paparazzi. It's a whole Hollywood song and dance, literally sometimes. It's a permanent mark of having made it in the industry, or at least having a good publicist. Walking along the Walk of Fame is an experience. You're constantly looking down trying to spot your favorite names. Ooh, there's Marilyn Monroe. Hey, Tom Hanks. Who the heck is this guy? It's a fun game. Okay, that's our show. Go book some flights, or don't. I'm not your travel agent. Alright, so there you have it. 10 reasons to either book a flight immediately or to be very glad you're watching this from your couch with your pants off. No judgment here. Thanks for joining us, or rather me, Jimmy, on behalf of Bell, on this whirlwind virtual tour of the top 10 tourist attractions in the USA.